The Nautilus T and CC Plus are two vacuum casting devices developed by Bego. They mainly differ by the triggering process of the casting. The Nautilus TC Plus offers the possibility to release the casting automatically through the set casting temperature. The Nautilus T, on the other hand, is a purely manual casting device. Since its new device generation, it has an integrated camera which can transfer the pictures of the melting process to the integrated display. In order to use the Nautilus vacuum casting devices, you need a compressed air connection with 5 to 8 bar pressure and 100 liter per minute volume, as well as a power supply of 230 volts. In addition, the integrated cooling water tank must be filled with cooling water. For this, the side service lid has to be opened. On the left side, there is the water tank for the integrated cooling system, allowing up to 50 successive castings. First, the cooling water tank and the level indicator must be opened. Then, the container can be filled up to the maximum mark with the help of the enclosed funnel. In addition to the cooling water level, you get access to the compressed air system via the service lid. Two pressure gauges show the inlet and system pressure. On the right side, condensed water containing the compressed air can be drained off if necessary. The air filter of the device, which has to be checked from time to time, is located in the lower part. Furthermore, there is a network and 2 USB ports on the rear side of the device, which can be optionally used for data transmission. Before the devices can be used, a single activation with an activation code is necessary. The activation code will be provided after registration of the respective device at mybego.com. After switching on the device for the first time with the main switch on the front of the device, an activation mask appears on the display where the activation code must be entered. This code is provided at mybego.com. To create a MyBego account, mybego.com has first of all to be opened. If you already have a MyBego account, you can log in with your access data. If MyBego is used for the first time, you must register first. For the registration, enter your customer data and confirm the consent form. The account must then be confirmed via email link. Now, you can log in with your access data. The new device can now be added in the customer portal mybego.com. To do so, the corresponding device must be selected under System. Dealer, serial number, and personal identification number must be entered and saved. The device then appears under mybego.com, including the activation code. After entering the activation code, the device is registered and ready for use. As soon as the device is switched on, 3 buttons appear. Alloy selection. The last cast alloy is displayed. Casting. The casting process starts with this button. Settings. If you press this button, 3 other buttons will appear. Information, System, and Program. Via the button Information, the user receives the following information. General device information, such as software version and device number. The manual contains important information from the device documentation, such as casting charts or service instruction for the device. In the media library, you can watch the stored casting videos of different alloys on the control display and save your own casting videos. However, this only applies to the Nautilus T once the protocol function has been activated. Casting logs. If the protocol function has been activated, you can download the casting logs, which can be exported via USB stick. The System button gives the technician information on the following points and can set these. O-rings. This button is used during the melting and the pressurization process while casting. It serves to test the tightness of the device during vacuum pulling. Internet. The integration of the device into the network is possible via LAN or Wi-Fi. The activation of this function is purely optional and does not matter for the functionality of the device. The language selection allows the selection of one of 6 different languages. Date and time can be set should the unit be operated in a different time zone. Devices logged into the network are automatically updated. The log setup allows to enable or disable the log function of the castings. The display brightness can be adjusted. The button program gives the technician information on the following points and can set these. Extended holding times is a special setting for alloys with a high content of gold and can be set optionally. Longer holding times prevent alloys to be melted completely. In the fast mode, the preheating starts automatically with the closing of the crucible door. The melting starts with the closing of the mold door. The Nautilus CC Plus can cast manually as an alternative to automatic casting. You can select whether the manual casting should be triggered without the pyrometer for temperature control or with temperature control. When casting with a pyrometer, pre-melting is automatically interrupted and indicated by an acoustic signal. Also, the current temperature can be read. With the Nautilus T, the camera image on the display can be switched off. The respective settings are displayed in the upper area of the display via icons, so that one can see at one glance which settings of the device are being used. Once the device has been customized, we now come to the casting process. Click on the button Alloy Selection to open the desired alloy program and display the last cast alloy. The selection lists are used to select all BEGU alloys directly. Alloys from other manufacturers can be set up individually and saved to the list of favorites. Creating customer-specific programs can be done in two ways. You can, for example, create a new program by pressing the button New. First, a BEGU alloy comparable to the non-BEGU alloy has to be selected. In the next step, the name of the alloy must be entered and confirmed. Finally, the alloy-specific casting temperature must be added and also confirmed. When creating the programs for the Nautilus T, the alloy-specific heat-up time has to be entered instead of the casting temperature. Now the alloy is placed under favorites and can be used in the same way as the preset BEGU alloys. Alternatively, a BEGU alloy comparable to the non-BEGU alloy can be determined through the alloy finder. For this purpose, the main elements of the alloy and the melting interval of the non-BEGU alloy must be entered and confirmed. A suitable BEGU alloy is then proposed. The required information must be entered in the fields name and casting temperature or heat-up time, then saved in each case by pressing the button Confirm. The casting process starts with the button Casting. The technician will be guided through the casting process via the information on the display. First, crucible and alloy must be inserted. Depending on the selected mode, each step must be confirmed by pressing the button OK. If working in the fast mode, the following steps are initiated by closing the crucible door or the mold door. When casting with the Nautilus TC Plus in the automatic mode, an acoustic signal sounds after pre-melting. The mold must now be inserted. After inserting the mold and closing the mold door, the alloy is melted at the set casting temperature and the casting is released automatically. Alternatively, a manual casting with the Nautilus TC Plus is also possible, with temperature control or without. In these cases, the technician must release the casting manually for visual inspection. Unlike the Nautilus TC Plus, the Nautilus T casts must always be manually released for visual control. As a support, lists of recommended preheating and reheating times are available. The casting is complete and the mold can be removed. After closing the mold door, the device is ready for the next casting. For more information, please visit our website www.begu.com.